here we go. I'm going to try not to make this too long a video. But we're going to the paperwork today. Salute and bow in. Scholar and the warrior come forth to do battle. Back to back, they pull together to bring together the world of martial arts and love. If we're ever forced to use our weapons, we pray for forgiveness. I come to you with only karate empty hands. I have no weapons. But if I am forced to defend myself, my principles, or my honor, whether it be a matter of life or death, right or wrong, here are my weapons. Karate, my empty hands. Now there's everything right here for yellow belt requirements, orange belt requirements. We're just knowing everything by all your step drags, all your foot maneuvers, everything in the yellow belt was orange belt, and then you had to have everything on both sides for yellow, orange, and then purple belt. You know, you had to start knowing some of the highlights of karate and all the things that you got to know for purple. And blue belt, you know, blue belt theories. It started to get pretty intense by about blue belt, you know, and yellow belt. Yellow, orange, purple, blue, and green. Green belt. All the techniques for green belt, you know, all the, ooh, yeah. You know, plus your forms 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 was when you were starting to do brown. And then Ed Parker's signatured brown belt that he used to put out. And this was all his black belt requirements. Before you could get your black belt, you had to know all these lancing techniques for 6. And everything right there is for third, second, first degree, even your creeds. Know your creeds and your pledges. You know, we could read each one, but this was all signature Ed Parker, Del Pettit, signature Del Pettit on the requirements for his yellow, orange, purple, blue, green, brown, 3rd degree brown, 2nd degree brown, 1st degree brown. So that's what we have right there. Then black on the back. You know, you had to know glancing lance, you know, heel to toe, craning lance, thrusting lance, clipping lance, spiraling lance, grabbing lance, all the lance right down the road for your Form 6, you know. Form 7 all was a building of your techniques with every weapon. I didn't care if it was the double sticks, nunchucks, whatever you wanted. So we're going to go through some of this in a day or two, but turn on another light so I can see a little more here. We're going to go through this in a few days, and then it goes right to my ISSHANGAK Goju American Kenpo. And everything I teach for ISSHANGAK American Kenpo requirements by Charles Wallace, 4th degree. Back in the day when I did my research and all my theories and everything that I did, it's like any martial artist, you have to know yourself before you can know anybody else. So today, let's see what we got here. You know, yellow belt requirements. You got to know salute. You know, attention. Left neutral bow. Right neutral bow. Left front roundhouse kick. You know, it's just different things you have to learn. Orange belt and your techniques. Oh yeah, triggered salute, locking horns, long kimono. They're not on there, but we all know those. Let's see if I can go through them in my mind without the paper, because this don't have the techniques. I don't think. No. So yellow belt techniques, trigger salute. Well, you got to know, you know, your 1, 2, 3s, your delayed swords, your shield swords, you know, just the small ones, 1, 2, 3s. Then trigger salute, locking horns, lone kimono, 5 swords, shield and hammer, buckling branch, thrusting prongs, crushing hammers, raining claw. Oh, did I miss any? Crushing hammers, raining claw. Oh, what did I miss? Something. But then you come into orange belt, and you gotta know your double roundhouse kicks and all the doubles, the right spinning rear kicks, and all your kicks and right punches and drags and push, drag, shuffles, and everything that you gotta have for your orange belt. You know, and then the same techniques, but on both sides, as we would, you know, trigger salutes. Do the second side, do the second side. Locking horns, yeah, do it. Lone kimono, do it. 5 swords, move. Shield and hammer, move. You know, do both sides. Now, go. And it should be done for orange requirements. And that's not all of them, but this is just a basic of what yellow and orange is. And as you see, it's Intermountain Kenpo Karate kicking set. You want to have that, you know, all the kicking set, you know, left neutral ball, roundhouse kicks, you know, that's the whole kicking set right there. A lot of people say, got lost, that most people just start doing anything for a kicking set, but it was, you know, all the basic kicks, but that was, you know, all this was sanctioned through Ed Parker. He okayed anything that had to do with your green belt techniques, because as soon as you get to purple, you know, your purple belt techniques, clutching feather, get to destruction, glancing salute, snapping, scraping hooves, grip of death, crossing talons, striking serpent's head, locked wing, reversing mace, buckling branch, slicing swords, obscure swords, crashing wings, capturing the mace, evading the storm, twirling mace, snapping twig. God, every one of them I can remember too. Circling wings, calming the storm. Katas and sets. Oh, where are we going with the katas and sets for purple belt? You know, we could open it up and see, but I don't like to open this one because it's all falling apart, and I want to keep it the way it is. We all know the techniques for purple, blue, green. Here we go, green. Techniques required. Ooh. Hugging pendulum, blinding sacrifice, glancing spear. Hey. Desperate falcon, shield mace, tripping arrow, falling cross. Returning the storm. See, they're all there. Green. Green, green, green. Then brown. The brown is just a mystery because this is all sanctioned Ed Parker brown right here. Brown and black, right down to your getting your first black, even your second black. It's not word for word everything, but it's got all the techniques, and I've got all that too in my ISSHANGAK. We got ISSHANGAK. Everybody wanted to see what I had, you know. It's kind of fun stuff because, see, I can come in and go, okay, obscure wing, and go right to every word. We got thrusting prongs, right to every word. Raining claw, right to every word. Crashing wings, right to every word. Now, everybody should know the clock principle in Kenpo. You know, we work with a clock principle for a standard of throughout your lessons. You know, your constant reference will be made to that clock. So, you know, striking serpent's head. Ooh, yay. You know, what is striking? Whether attacking or defending, employ both. You know, like I say, everything I wrote in here has just had to do with some kind of Kenpo martial arts. In general, ISSHANGAK, or Isshin Ryu, Goju, American Kenpo, basic principles and techniques for just such. Your erect position, your good balance, you relax, your speed, your accuracy. We all know that. If you just know any martial arts at all. So, and these are also all, like I said, I didn't even see, these are yellow belt techniques. Let's see how close I was. Triggered salute, locking horns, long kimono, 5 swords, shield and hammer. Shield and hammer, thrusting salute. I think I said buckling branch. Obscure wing. Thrusting prongs. Raining claw, crushing wings. Crashing wings, crashing hammers. Obscure wing. Your simplicity, 1, 2, 3s that we all taught first, and then decided that was in trigger suit, locking horn, long kimono, and all the other stuff anyways. But look at all this knowledge, man, knowledge. This is all stuff I wrote, all stuff I researched and worked out with for many, so many years. Oh yeah, just things like this, the body targets. We all know this ain't all of them, but you teach your students the basic impact areas for beginners, yellow belts and, ISSHANGAK. This becomes pretty technical. You got your star block, you got everything we did in Kenpo, right down to where I start teaching ISSHANGAK and Isshin-Ryu, Goju, American Kenpo with Chinese fighting arts. I want to go through all this and do it for you. I want to do everything again, right down from my first beginning of trigger salute, locking horns, long kimono, 5 swords, short 1, long 1, short 2, long 2, short 3, long 3, short 4, long 4, long 5, long 6, long 7, long 8. Then 9 was my nunchuckies, because we had size and nunchuckies. That we did 9, 10, 11, 12 was with different staffs, different weapons. We even did it with the sectional staffs, everything. So it's all here. It's all just recorded. It's all here. I can go as far as book set specials, This is all handwritten stuff, traditional book sets at traditional ways and traditional forms. Kim Gu is Chinese, and he did a lot of Chinese different staff sets and book sets and finger sets. And oh yeah, it was Ed Parker. But everybody else, oops, I'm sorry, I lost all that. I didn't want to lose all that because it's all unnumbered. It was all Ed Parker, Del Pettit, Roger Pettit, Cheryl Whistle, Frank Paddock. And then we were in classes with people that were all getting their black belts or brown belts, and we were working hard to get them, knowing the citations. See, and this is the warrior and the scholar. See, and if you saw my other video, I changed that to the scholar and the warrior because I believe the scholar should come first. That's just my own belief when it comes to the scholar and the warrior. So as ISSHANGAK, I do the scholar comes first, then the warrior. And star blocks. Oh, every basic kick, everything you can think of that you have to teach, that you have to know, stances, hand blocks, hard blocks, soft blocks, defense techniques, defense fighting, double sticks, double, I can go on and on and on. It just keeps going on and on and on. Right down to the end of my ISSHANGAK, where I tell why I decided I was going to call it ISSHANGAK, my story, my everything, right down the line, everything that people have to know my martial arts, and to be able to say they learned anything Kenpo from me. So, and everybody just, I never was the one to charge everybody. We'll go through this next week. I'm going to go through it and see if I can do it all still. I know I can. It's all memory. It's a life. You know what I mean? That folder right there is just a life of family. And yay. He started with Mr. Pettit's system. You know, my whole family at one time, my boy, me, my wife, everybody was with Mr. Pettit. Going hard too, man. Like I told you in my other video, he don't give out a coat unless you're a good champion. And we'll go through this one too. Ooh, this one's going to be fun when I break open this one. This one's got all kinds of stuff inside underneath that I don't really even want to get into, but we can still go through this fun stuff. Yellow, orange, purple, blue, green, all requirements. Right to green, brown. And then we'll go into ISSHANGAK. That's when my brown, black, my first, second, third brown, or my third, second, first brown. I got my first brown. I started teaching. Been teaching ever since. And not like the traditional teacher out there teaching everybody how to fight and how to do this, how to do that. I was that guy that just taught the ones that came to my attention that they wanted to learn. So, and I taught them everything we do in Kenpo. It's not simple. It's hard work. If you worked hard for your Kenpo, you know what I mean. Charles Wallace, you know, 3rd degree back in 79 or 80. No, it was 80. No, I'm sorry, I'm thinking different. My 3rd degree in 89. And then past that was ISSHANGAK, Ishin Goju, American Kenpo, and different arts that I got into, going around meeting people that were into the martial arts. But I wasn't a traditional teacher. I just worked hard to keep a roof over my wife's head. And then I kept all my martial arts as private as it, because, you know, I was always told, you start telling people you know martial arts, it causes nothing but trouble. And we've seen that, haven't we? Everybody wanting to fight over who's best, you know. So you don't tell people you know martial arts. That way when you have to use it, it's a surprise. Surprise! It's over. I walk around and talk about surprise all day, man. You know, I've seen it too many times. So we'll go through all this in a couple days. Hey, my whole thought. Listen and hang on to your love, because man, I'll tell you, it's getting harder and harder all the time. A lot of love in Kenpo when you can sit there and beat on each other so hard and still love each other. Yellow belt requirements, black and brown, blue, everything, right down to the last paperwork and explanation of explanation. Everything's got an explanation. And you know, all the takedown tactics that we learned throughout the years. Everybody says Kenpo don't got takedown tactics, techniques. Oh God, wait till you get somebody on the ground that knows Kenpo. If you can get them on the ground, let's say that. How's that? 1, 2, 3. Oh God, who? If he didn't do his homework, this is only some homework right here. Ain't nothing. Wait till you get into the black and everything ISSHANGAK. Black and ISSHANGAK. That was a good one.